Good afternoon. Time to wrap it up for this May the 7th, the day before non-farm payroll numbers. And the market was a little bit stronger than we thought, certainly short covering. It has sold for 2 days off of Yellen's comments. Some people are racking in some profits here before tomorrow's number. A lot will hinge on tomorrow's number. People are saying that if it comes in below 220, because of all the statistical smoothing that goes on this time of year, we really have a weak jobs market. So we'll have to see. With the Challenger layoffs, with the other reports that have come out, it's pretty hard to believe jobless claims yesterday. So the market is stumbling through. We came in hoping to buy the 55 to 60 area. Support was 65 to 70. We underestimated. We had a sell in the 75 to 80 area. The market trades up to 87. So we were 5 points off in our buy and sell zones. That said, we got a good sell out of the 75 area. We did this one live in the room. I was a little late, didn't get it on the screen, but we talked through and we met our profit objectives. Took a S trade right here at the value area high to retest this low. Stopped out, didn't work. Took another trade down here and we broke it again, and this trade did work out. So we ended up with 3 points today on the live trades that we took in the room that talked through. Beautiful head and shoulders here, set up the rally. Back we were covering a short in that area, so we missed that one. So again, very tight ranges. You can just see right here 78 to 70. Then we break it out. We've got a 78 to 85 area. Market comes back, and then last we have 85 to 88. And it looks like we're going to close the market in the 85 area. So pretty good day, all things considered, in a pre-major news day market. Looking at this, we do have a lower high, even though the market rallied all day long, and a lower low, so this screen tells us we're a seller. When we look at the F2 screen, it's going to show a pretty strong P, which means we are a buyer, and when the daily time frame and the 30-minute time frame are the opposite of each other, it's trading range. So if it weren't for tomorrow's non-farm payroll news, we'd be coming in looking to sell the 85 to 90 area if we were to close right here, and we'd be trying to buy the 70 to 75 area, and the idea we had a trading range coming up. Tomorrow is a news day trade, though. So if you know the news, you have the trade, and we have a very, very effective way of trading the news that allows you to reap the benefits of follow-through buying or selling after the news, or work development if a move has been accounted for in that first surge higher or lower. So if the market were to close right now, we'd be selling failure to take out 87 to 90. And we do this exercise even though it is a newsday trade, and then the next trade would be 94, 96, letting them get stops above that number. On the buy side, the breakout came from 78. We have the last rotate down in E period. So this 80 area plus or minus 1 will be buy 1, just leaning against playing the breakout, and then our 75, 76 will be buy 2. But tomorrow is a news day, and we will use our news day techniques to try to participate off the announcement without getting our head handed to us. Okay, we did a real good job on the note this morning. We wanted to we really started out trying to sell the 15 to 19 area. We said it might take an 11 to get off short, and the day session high was 13, so didn't make the original sell area, but we were able to adjust after that. And so we've got a lower high and a lower low. If it weren't for the news, we'd be looking for a place to sell it tomorrow. Lots of short covering. Also, we haven't had a sell-off like this, especially in the 30-year, since 2008. So a lot of damage has been done. Looking at this structurally, 20, 16, so we got pretty good resistance at 20 to 16. So our trade is sell-failure to take out 14 to 18. And then 23 to 27. I think if we get through 20, this market will be blowing and going, and it'll be driven by a little bit better than expected news for the financials and short covering. Last rotate down stopped at 8.5. We're at 13, so we'll make 5 to 9 by 1. We were 1 to 5 today, and then 1 to 29 for buy 2. Newsday trade, they're looking for 220 non-farm payroll, 5.4% unemployment. No one pays any attention to private employment, but 223. Hourly earnings up the default 0.2 and 34.5 on the work week. So once you get past this number and the unemployment rate, then they go to the average work week. That's the way they'll look at it. So a lot of talk about this number at 220. If it comes in below that, we have a weak economy. Comes in above that, we at least have statistical smoothing. Looking at the 30-year, the knob spread really snapped back a lot today. We picked up 3/4 of a point on that. Memory serves me correctly. So big market, big players, and you can see right now we got stops above 5. We've got this low over at 15. So this 8 to 16 is where resistance is. So selling failure to take out 1 to 5. Then 11 to 15 will be sell 2. My feeling is if we get through 05, we're probably headed higher just off of a major short covering. Last rotate down stopped at 14, then 22. We're currently at 28, so 17 to 21 will be buy 1, and buy 2 will be 5 to 9. But it's a newsday trade, and we will give you that technique in the AM. And why in the AM? Because I know if any of you all are like me, if I give it to you right now, some of you won't be able to remember it. So we want it fresh in your memory. I'm just kidding, I know. Most of you have better recall powers than that. Gold was pretty much on hold today. You can see that there pretty clearly is a buyer below 75. And right now we've got a seller above 1,200. I still think that the conditions are right for people to continue to accumulate gold. I don't know where the surprise is coming from, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get one. So I'm going to make 75, 77, let them get stops below today's low is buy 1, and then 70 plus or minus for buy 2. It'll lean against this area right down here, this blue area. On the sell side, 85 to 87 is where resistance is in London, so that might set up pretty nicely the 90 to 92. Just leaning against where support and resistance are, and we'll see if that transpires overnight. But those of you that can trade London time have a real advantage in gold and the euro. Crude got hammered today. not much in the way of news coming out. I mean, Iran is still almost in a way goading the United States or gloating over what they've been able to accomplish at the negotiation table. And they won't get anything negative out of the United States on it. So right here we are at support. Well, it's 58.50. 58 even is pretty good support. So 58.50 plus or minus by 1. 58 even by 2. I don't see how tomorrow's unemployment numbers will affect anything one way or the other. We have this spill from 59.15. Last rotate up was 30, so 59 and a quarter, 59.50 sell 1. Perhaps a little aggressive, 59.75, 60 for sell 2. One nice thing about the potential for war in the Middle East, as long as they don't shut down the transportation lanes, is that it would do a lot to shore up feelings of overproduction. The news on Greece out of the EU is kind of mixed. Greece says we're going to get a deal. There'll be no Greek exit. Germany, the European Central Bank, and the EU have said that we're not going to throw money down this bottomless pit. Good money after bad. So there have to be serious reforms in hours worked, when you get your pensions, etc. And it's 55 years old in Greece. I just could not imagine being healthy at 50. I mean, what kind of a hobby or something can you do? Maybe you got a business on the side. I mean, why would you retire at 55? And that's my thinking. That doesn't mean that a lot of, I mean, if you had a lousy back-breaking job, let's say you work the lettuce fields in California your whole life, yeah, 55 might be a proper age for retirement, but, you know, sitting on your asses, yeah, in some bureaucracy someplace, that doesn't seem to be the same to me. But so the people that have built in 60 years for retirement are resentful that they have to pay for the 55. So there will be some changes coming. Don't know what they are, but Greece, they can't pay for themselves. They're going to have to accept what somebody else dictates. And that's where the rub is right now. So this 25 area, starting down right here, stops below today's lows. So 15 to 25 by 1. And then 75 to 85 by 2. Going to lean against that 75 number. On the sell side, 90 to the buck, sell 1. And then 30 to 40, sell 2. Folks, that's it. May the 7th is over. As far as the room goes, I will see you bright and early in the morning. You all have a great evening. We have big storms all around us again. Hopefully we'll get more moisture. We need it still. So y'all have a great evening. I'll see you bright and early in the morning.